Hey everyone, Legend Lewis back here for a new review, and last week, or I think it might have been the week before now, I went and watched Superman, and it was pretty much what I expected from the trailer. It did and didn't disappoint me. There's only two elements of the movie, or characters I should say, that disappointed me. But I'll get to them in a bit. First of all, we all know the story of Superman. He falls down to Earth from whatever planet it's called. I can't remember. Oh, I can't remember the bloody story now. And yeah, he's raised by two elderly people in the countryside, and then he moves to Metropolis, where he meets Lois Lane and who's the other guy? Jimmy something. Is it Jimmy Olsen? Yeah, and yeah. So the visual effects in this movie, they were actually a lot better than I expected them to be. I don't know why, but I just wasn't expecting them to be great. I really don't get why I thought that, but literally, they were all so well, and it shines especially during the action scenes. They put their heart and soul into those visuals and the action scenes. And also just like the way the camera moves and whatnot. It just worked so well for this movie. Yeah, the cast in this movie was really great. But I just want to talk about two that I just didn't love like everyone else. You're probably gonna hate me, but I'm not in love yet with David Corenswet as Superman. I don't know if this is how the character is portrayed in the comics, because I haven't read any of the comics. But I found like the comedic tone of Superman in this movie to be a bit off-putting, to be honest. David Corenswet, he does look like Superman, like he looks the part, but I don't know why there was just such like a heavy reliance on like comedic lines and one-liners in this movie. I just found it a bit off-putting, to be honest. And the other character, you're probably going to hate me as well. I found Krypto the Super Dog in this movie to be absolutely annoying. He just like dragged scenes on and on. And yet I was so looking forward to seeing him in this movie, because when I was like really, really younger, I actually remember watching the animated series Krypto the Super Dog. I remember watching that, and I was like, what? Like 4, 5, something like that. Maybe 3 even. But yeah, out of all the characters in this movie, I found him to be like the absolute worst. But everyone else was brilliant. I think the best character in this movie would have to be, well, and actor, would have to be Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. He crushed it. He completely blew me away. His portrayal of Lex Luthor was just so menacing and convincing that although I'm not going to be surprised if he doesn't get nominations for stuff, like if he gets like maybe like 1 or 2 minor award nominations, then I'd be fine with that because he just crushed it. We've also got Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, and this is the first thing that I've seen her in. I know she was in what's it called, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Prime Video, and I've heard that show is really good, and her performance in that show is amazing. So I am now tempted to give that show a go. And yeah, in this movie, she was just amazing. I was expecting to like prefer our previous live action Lois Lane actress, Amy Adams. I was expecting to like miss her portrayal, but somehow I just gotten so used to Rachel Brosnahan's portrayal of Lois Lane, and yeah, it just worked so well. We got some other supporting characters in this movie. We've got Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, one of the Green Lanterns. We've also got Isabel Marcel as Hawkgirl, and we also have I'm gonna butcher your name, Eddie Garthetti. I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing it wrong. As Mr. Terrific. That character, out of all the other supporting characters, might be my favorite. Like, between him, Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, Hawkgirl, and Guy Gardner, he was the best out of those. I loved his portrayal. I want to see this character again. He was just so charming and so sweet. And yeah, I know the next movie we're getting in this new DCU is, if I'm not mistaken, Supergirl, and she's gonna be played by Millie Alcock. And I am somewhat actually looking forward to it now. I'm not gonna say if she does or doesn't appear in this movie. I'm gonna let you, like, see it for yourself if she's in the movie. I've seen it, obviously. I'm doing the review, so yeah. I can't remember if there's any post-credit scenes, but if there is, stay for that, I guess. But yeah, I think with all that out of the way, that was my thoughts and reviews on Superman 2025. So how would I rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? I would just give it probably a solid, well, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. I know people are like loving this movie, but I'm not in love with it, like 100%. There are stuff about this movie that I love. Going back to David Corenswet as Superman, I didn't hate his portrayal, I just didn't love it. But I can see him being a grower on me. So yeah, I look forward to his next appearance. Oh yeah, there are cameos in this movie from previous DC characters, so yeah, you're gonna like it. And yeah, yeah,